Next up, I want to talk about the 2024 Heisman Trophy odds. The top 4 Heisman odds goes as follows. Carson Beck is plus 750. Quinn Ewers is plus 900. Dylan Gabriel is plus 1,000. And Will Howard is plus 1,300. Now, I believe that it will ultimately come down to Quinn Ewers or Carson Beck to win the Heisman Trophy. Here's the case for Carson Beck. He's entering his 5th year in college football, and he's going to be one of the most experienced QBs in the game. This offense returns with 9 other returning starters surrounding him, and they got Trevor Etienne, the transfer running back from Florida. And they definitely have the notable matchups for him to make a few different Heisman moments, as they open up the season against Clemson in Atlanta. They go on the road against Alabama September 28th. They go on the road against Texas October 19th. They go on the road against Ole Miss November 9th. And they're at home against Tennessee on November 16th. These are all statement games, and I feel like with this schedule, if Carson Beck can just lead these guys to the SEC championship game, I think that's his case to win the Heisman. Now, here's the case for Quinn Ewers. He returns for his senior season with 2 years of starts under his belt. He's been a catalyst to this whole Texas is back movement. He helped them make the college football playoff last year. He beat Alabama last season, and the season before that, he almost beat them at home if he didn't get injured. Now, the entire Texas offensive line returns to have all those guys back, and they also grabbed wide receiver Isaiah Bond and tight end Amir Black from Alabama. And here's the notable games for this season. They go on the road week 2 against Michigan. They have the Red River Showdown, which is always super unpredictable. They also face off against UGA. They go on the road to face Texas A&M. I'm really excited to see that rivalry between Texas and A&M spark back up now that they're both in the SEC. So those are all the games that he can make a huge impact in and really get that Heisman moment. But then he also has some really nice stat padding games in here. They open up the season against Colorado State. They also face UTSA, Louisiana Monroe, Vanderbilt, and they face Florida, who I don't think Florida's going to be very good this season, to say the least. I think that it's going to be a very competitive season for Texas. Like, obviously, they're not in the Big 12 anymore. They're not going to be facing off against Houston and Oklahoma State. They're going to be facing off against the Alabamas, the Georgias, these teams like that. And I will say, between the two, between Quinn Ewers and Carson Beck, I think Quinn Ewers will end up taking home the Heisman Trophy this season.